first of all, how do you see the future for independent sixth form colleges over the next few years?
Yeah. Well, it's an interesting time, but I am quite optimistic about the future for independent sixth form colleges, because I think as university degrees become more expensive, increasing tuition fees, particularly for international students, I think that families and parents are going to look for real value for money and places where they can be confident that their children and their students can get the best possible opportunity to enter some of the more competitive, prestigious degree programs. So although there are some challenges in the industry at the moment, I think the future is probably quite bright for the sector as a whole.
Okay, so what are the main threats and opportunities that you face?
Yeah, well, externally, the main threat that all independent schools are facing at the moment is the imposition of VAT on tuition fees, which could be a threat, could be a problem to us and others in the sector. Time will tell, but my optimistic view on that is that we may well end up being beneficiaries, because I think that if parents in the sector have a certain amount of money to invest, they might be more likely to invest that in the final years of students' education. And I know that we, speaking for ourselves, we have a really excellent product, and I think that we will always offer value for money that people will want to invest in. So there are challenges there, but I think within them we can also find the opportunities.
Okay, if you could request one thing from either your governing body or from the wider education sector to improve your life here, what would it be?
From the wider education sector, I would ask particularly the Department for Education and regulators that they listen to us rather than fight us. I think we've got a lot to offer and a lot to provide, and we can work with the state sector, and we offer a service that is not always provided elsewhere. And I would welcome visitors from the Department for Education, from state schools, to see how we do things. And I think people can learn from us and we can learn from others, and I'd much rather we were sharing and collaborating than working against each other.
Okay, this one Lucy's sort of answered, but I'm interested in your UK versus international. You only have an international cohort of about 10%.
Yeah.
And is that likely to continue, and do you see that as the ideal balance, or would you want more international
I think we would like ideally to have a few more international students. We are in quite a diverse part of London as it is, so we have students from a lot of different backgrounds and ethnicities and experiences. But you're right, very few who travel to us in London for the purposes of education. And I think that we would like to encourage more students to do that, because I think it's we have a great offer here and would provide a good opportunity for them. And we are quite proud of the diversity and the range of different people that we accept. So we would never want to be exclusively international, and I don't think we'd ever want to be majority international, but I think we'd like to have some more international students for sure.
Do you see your overall school role increasing or declining in the next few years?
With my optimistic hat on, I see it increasing gradually over the next few years.
What's the capacity that you could take here?
We would be bursting at the seams if we had, I think, about 240 students, 250. And we are maybe 20-30 students shy of that at the moment.
Okay. So overall, how do you secure the future of an independent sixth form college like this?
Well, we have to always be ready to adapt and change. We have to respond to what is going on in the external environment. We've got to be very tuned into things like university requirements. So university places are increasing, and sometimes the universities are dropping their entry requirements for students to gain entry, which has an impact on us. So we've got to be mindful of things like that all the time. But for me, I think as long as we always have a really strong product and we don't compromise on our values and our delivery, we will always have a prominent part in the sector. I think it would be a mistake to reduce our standards or compromise on our values or admit students that we wouldn't normally that we wouldn't normally admit. I think we need to hold fast on that, and if we do, I think that will be the key thing that secures our future.
What's your core entry requirement then for students in terms of GCSE passes?
We prefer students to have at least 5 grade 7s at GCSE and a grade 7 in the subject, any subject they want to do for A-level. But we don't hold that as a hard and fast line. And there are often several reasons why individual students may not have all 5, or we may admit a student with a 6 to do a particular course for some justifiable reason. Yeah.
Right. Okay, John, thank you very much indeed, and good luck for the future.
Thank you very much.